Men spend money at an outrageous speed. Grandmaster flies all the way, and he scatters money all along the way. Finally, at the entrance of Star Peak Sect, Axel has completely consumed all the products of Spendthrift. He looks at the momentum of Star Peak Sect. This is not comparable to the previous Broken Mountain at all. Sect leader said,
Samuel, this is Gianna's newly accepted direct disciple.
He will depart for the heaven battlefield with the other disciples in a few days. Sect leader instructed Axel to behave himself. Departure will be in 3 days. Axel is very respectful and knows his manners well. He nodded and said,
Samuel, I will trouble you in the next few days.
At this moment, Axel noticed that the next door seemed quite lively. There must be some event happening there. He asked Samuel what was happening behind the wall. Today is the day for outer sect and inner sect disciples to practice their martial arts. If you are interested, you can also go and take a look. Suddenly, the system rang out, asking the host to become the challenger. Defeat 100 opponents from the same realm. Mission successful. Reward, 500 Spendthrift points. At this moment, Axel has completely forgotten the words given by the Grandmaster. Now, only for the sake of 500 Spendthrift points, he wants to pick a fight with others. At the same time, the arena is bustling with outer sect disciples and inner sect disciples competing in matches. Suddenly, a stranger walked up. The disciples were puzzled. His clothes aren't Star Peak Sect's sect robe. He wouldn't be here to provoke the sect, would he? Axel introduced,
Everyone, I am at the 9th layer peak of the Chi movement realm and the only direct disciple of Gianna. I am here today to challenge. Please enlighten me, senior brothers.
In an instant, everyone was unbelieving. They had heard earlier that the disciples of the Divine Maiden had gone out to establish their own sect, but they never thought it was true. At this moment, a figure walked up to the platform. A man with an explosive hairstyle stepped forward.
Let me take the first match,
he said. The crowd below started discussing. It was Miles about to make a move. Rumors have it that in just 3 years, he will advance his cultivation achievement to the peak of the 9th layer of the Chi movement realm. The cultivation method he practices is even an earth-level martial art. Axel looked at a group of disciples and said,
You seem to be quite famous in the sect. Are you the leader of the sect?
Miles said he reached the 9th layer peak in cultivation in less than 3 years. I wonder how long it took you. Axel generously told the person. It took him 10 minutes to open his Spirit Sea to the 9th layer peak, and it took a full 20 minutes from the Spirit Sea to the Chi movement realm 9th layer peak. Miles left everyone speechless. Is this person crazy? What is he even talking about? He's more pretentious than even immortals in reincarnation. Men spend money like flowing water. He holds the cheat code. If you want to have cheat codes too, then subscribe quickly. Just now, Axel said that he broke through to the Chi movement realm peak in 20 minutes. This made everyone below fall into silence. The scene fell into a deathly silence. His opponent, Miles, was even more completely at a loss, standing in the wind. This person is beyond help now, right? Disciples from the Star Peak sect all said. Even the genius, Miles, who is said to be a once-in-a-century talent, took 3 years to break through. This person did it in just 30 minutes. It takes me more than 30 minutes just to poop. Do you think cultivation can be upgraded with money? That's right, Axel is just typical bragging. Let's wait and see Miles beat him up. There are also some people gritting their teeth. If he really has such talent, the proud sons of heaven will be looked down upon by him forever. Axel turned around and told the people below to speak up. He said,
Even if I told you, you wouldn't understand. Some things really can be bought with money.
Miles told him not to waste words. He rushed over aggressively, using a move called Blue-Silver Grass Entanglement. Axel told him that this punch has 20 years of skill behind it. Be careful. Immediately, he let out a roar and unleashed the furious Fire Dragon Fist, summoning the illusion of a raging fire dragon. This directly shocked Miles, leaving him stunned. What is this thing? The fire dragon appears. Instantly, the temperature in the surroundings rises to the extreme. Some disciples with weaker cultivation achievements are directly affected by heat stroke. Miles is obviously one of the top geniuses. He knows he can't evade this strike, and can only use the martial art wave-splitting sword to defend himself. Miles saw the fire dragon suddenly rushing towards him, its mouth wide open. Miles summoned his great sword. He swung with all his might, using the secret technique wave-splitting sword to resist the terrifying sword intent of the fire dragon, and clashed with the illusion of the fire dragon. With a loud explosion, the aftermath was too powerful. Many disciples activated their protective shields, shouting to protect the junior brothers with weaker cultivation achievements. As a result, a group of people cursed wildly because they had overestimated themselves. They couldn't withstand the terrifying impact of the spirit energy at all. After the residual power dispersed, a group of people were dumbfounded, shouting, "Look! The fire dragon is still there!" And it seemed like nothing had happened. The most miserable of all is Miles, who is currently being roasted by the fire dragon with intense flames and embers. The fire dragon is clearly very unhappy with the scraping Miles just gave it. At this moment, Miles feels like he wants to die. He no longer wants to spar. The price is just too high. The other person completely doesn't know when to stop. Axel, on the other hand, struck a slick pose. He knew early on that the outcome would be like this, so his moves were prepared long ago. As Axel continued to unleash the fire dragon fist, more and more fire dragons appeared on the arena. Miles was also chased to the edge of the arena. He was about to be devoured by the fire dragon. He cried at that moment, "This guy is not human. What kind of monster did he come from? The amount of spirit energy is frightening." The next moment, he made the right choice decisively. The opponent is too inhuman. If they continued fighting, he would have to meet Buddha. So, he simply admitted defeat by covering his head and jumping off the stage. At this moment, Axel struck a handsome pose. He joyfully shouted, "Who else is there? I want to fight 10,000. When a man no longer squanders, how terrifying is it to watch him cultivate? He fist-fought an 80-year-old master from Wudong Mountain. He stomped on a 90-year-old grandmother from Amei Mountain. Just now, Axel completely lost his humanity. He experienced the joy of being a cultivate big shot. And a group of sect disciples suffered. They cursed wildly. Every sentence was full of dirty words. Someone even shouted that Axel is too inhumane. The elder standing beside the sect that was being brutally ravaged couldn't sit still anymore. Axel smiled, however, as the one who challenges him will be destroyed. Axel's heart was burning at this moment. Is this the exhilarating feeling of cultivating spendthrift cultivate? Is this the joy of cultivation? Elder saw this unruly boy and ordered, "All disciples, listen up. Disciple in the 9th layer peak of Chi movement realm, take a step forward. All other disciples, please leave and clear the area. Now, all of you go and attack this boy, but remember, don't kill him. Just beat him up until even his parents won't recognize him." A group of sect disciples were shocked and thought it was crazy. Over 200 people attacking Axel together, can he handle it? No wonder the Divine Maiden accepted him as a direct disciple. Another person spoke up. "This person is truly terrifying, fighting hundreds alone with the courage of 10,000 troops. If we win this battle, he'll have a place on the hidden dragon list in the future. If we win, we will become famous worldwide. If we lose..." At that moment, the elder commanded to release spirit energy and gather it together to form a spirit energy defense shield. All disciples obeyed the order. One by one, each person continuously released spirit energy to form a spirit energy shield. This has completely thrown Axel off guard. They actually teamed up to attack me. Although his spirit energy is majestic, using only human-level superior martial art, he would be exhausted before breaking through this shield. Seeing that there are still 4,000 spendthrift points left, there is no other way. He can only spend money again to draw Earth-level superior martial art. Congratulations to host for spending 700 spendthrift points and successfully drawing the Earth-level Superior Martial Art 9 Radiant Thunder Lotus. Obviously, once Axel starts spending money, he won't just spend a little bit. The next second, he continued to draw, and another Earth-level Superior Martial Art, Water Dragon Chant, was drawn. Axel continued to be a spendthrift, thinking that if he drew another Spirit Energy Martial Art, it would be enough. He spent 700 spendthrift points to obtain the Earth-level Wind Sweeps and Wild Sand. After seeing the martial art skill set he spent money on, he once again revealed a satisfied smile. In an instant, Spirit Energy spewed out madly. A Earth-level martial art, 9 Radiant Thunder Lotus, emerged horizontally with thunderous light surrounding it. Immediately he stepped into a formation, and another Earth-level martial art, Water Dragon Chant, emerged. Water Dragon Chant intersects with 9 Radiant Thunder Lotus. Unexpectedly, a fusion martial art appeared, and the power surged several times. The disciple who supported the Spirit Energy defense shield underneath was stunned. What level of martial art is it when Thunder Spirit Energy and Water Spiritual Root are fused together? Is he still a human? Where did this monster come from? He actually possesses 3 kinds of spiritual root. The power of this single strike is awe-inspiring from a distance. Suddenly someone spoke up.
What's going on? It's so windy.
Axel, who thoroughly experienced the joy of cultivation, is no longer behaving like a human. He caught the attention of 200 people. This strike represents my full strength. A skill that combines 9 Radiant Thunder Lotus and Water Dragon Chant, and Wind Sweeps and Wild Sand. The fusion technique of the Earth-level superior tier with 3 kinds of spirit energy was executed by Axel. The attack arrived before the pressure, causing the 200-person spirit energy shield to instantly ripple. A group of people shouted in alarm.
I can't take it anymore. The range of the opponent is too wide. No one can withstand such an impact.
The most shocking thing is when Sect Elder saw the martial arts used by Axel, he was stunned. This person indeed has strength. He is actually a rare force spirit cultivator. He used the Buddha Wrathful Fire Lotus. He let out a loud shout. A group of sect disciples were immediately dumbfounded. Axel ruthlessly threw the Buddha Wrathful Fire Lotus out without hesitation. In an instant, countless disciples were blown up beyond recognition. Axel also completely spread the name of the most evil. At this moment, he is showing a smile that only a villain would have. Disciples of Star Peak sect are all surrendering one after another. Samuel on the side never expected it to turn out like this. He originally thought Axel was too arrogant. He wanted the sect disciples to teach him how to be a better person. As a result, a monstrous figure emerged, a force-spirit cultivator who also grasped 3 doors of Earth-level superior martial arts. His talent is terrifying. In the future, he will surely have a place in the top 10 of the Hidden Dragon list. Axel, however, was not satisfied and once again condensed a Buddha Wrathful Fire Lotus. He laughed arrogantly, saying,
There is one more. Being young and not arrogant is a waste of life.
Star Peak sect disciple is about to faint. He is not human. He has been fighting for several hours and still has plenty of energy. This battle has made him famous. It is us who have been tormented. Meanwhile, in the main hall of Star Peak sect, the other 5 disciples are already waiting here. The sect leader hurriedly left the sect a few days ago and just returned today to gather us here. I don't know what announcement he has to make. At this moment, the sect leader walked over and said that he does have an announcement to make. They will soon have an additional junior brother. However, his cultivation achievement is at the peak of the 9th layer of the Chi movement realm. The 5 people immediately started discussing, excited that they finally have a junior brother. He is no longer the youngest direct disciple. Silas spoke up.
We are already the top sect in the Mystic Heaven continent. To become a direct disciple, his talent and understanding should be top-notch, right?
Someone asked.
Junior brother sect leader, what outstanding qualities does he have?
Sect leader replied.
Yes. He is very wealthy.
A group of disciples fell silent. This is Junior Brother's outstanding quality. Even the wealth of those wandering cultivator tycoons is nothing in front of our sect. Sect leader tells them,
You still don't understand now. Once you have been in contact with him for a while, you will know just how wealthy he is.
After Heaven Battlefield ends, you can follow him to the Astral Soul sect created by Divine Maiden for a while. Oh, and don't blame me for not reminding you. Keep a close watch on him. Even if your junior brother digs out a bit of something from under his fingernails, it will be enough for you for a lifetime. Just thinking about how Axel can make a dog cultivate the Yellow Spring sword intent. He made 5 geniuses stay by Axel's side. The sect can not only cultivate 5 unparalleled powerhouses, but also free up resources for other disciples to develop. Just the thought of these 5 disciples being worse than even a dog. The old man laughed even more happily. If the 5 disciples were to see a puppy capable of Yellow Spring sword intent, they would be scared to death. The 5 people watched the sect leader leave for a few days. He seemed to be seriously ill.
The sect leader turned around and smiled.
There are some things you must experience before you know what a poisonous beating is. Now, all of you come with me to see your junior brother. Just now, he entrusted me with 1,000 reminders to tell the disciples to remember his words. Their junior brother is definitely a talented individual. At the right time, let all 5 disciples recognize Axel. At this moment, outside the sect arena, a group of disciples are discussing. This senior brother Axel is too powerful. He has 4 spiritual roots and 3 top-tier Earth-level superior martial arts. Senior brother Axel's comprehension is extraordinary, and the most important thing is his legendary battle. He single-handedly fought against 200 warriors at the same level. The battle ended with just a raise of his finger. The 5 disciples said that they seemed to have missed something. Red asked the sect leader,
Are you sure junior brother is just wealthy? Doesn't he have any other special talents or outstanding qualities?
The sect leader waved his hand and said he didn't know either. He doesn't know much about Axel. He just knows that Axel is very wealthy. You ask about Axel's situation. Why don't you go ask the inner sect disciple who is present? Such a vague answer left the Cultivate 5 puzzled. Is this still the sect leader with profound cultivation achievement? He doesn't even know any special skills of junior brother. He directly gave junior brother the identity of a Star Peak sect direct disciple. After a moment, the group arrived at the arena. The scene was chaotic.
The twin-tailed Jane said, Isn't today the day for the outer sect disciple and inner sect disciple to spar? Mia beside her said, Could it be that the style of the competition has changed to a free-for-all? The sect leader asked Samuel next to him, Has a level 17 typhoon landed on the sect?
Samuel has started babbling. A battle to become a god. This person has the demeanor of an emperor. Axel faces hundreds alone. He used the Earth-level fusion technique but a wrathful fire lotus to shock the audience and achieve a complete victory. Red was stunned.
What is this? One person single-handedly fighting against 200 people and still winning in a dominating fashion.
This left everyone speechless. The sect leader can no longer stay calm. He asked Samuel to quickly explain the process. The sect leader listened to the whole thing in 3 minutes, and was reminded of what his daughter had said before. Axel's spirit C is 20 times greater than hers, while her own daughter's spirit C is already 20 times greater than that of an ordinary person. Axel even surpasses her by an additional 20 times. This is simply an incredible multiplication of power. In that case, Axel's spirit energy alone is equivalent to that of 400 cultivators of the same realm. That's also because he has always treated him as a waste. He has never investigated Axel's spirit C within his body. Suddenly Knox went crazy. He said, Can a person's spirit energy inside their body really become so abundant and abnormal? Sect leader, what's going on with you? You concealed junior brother's secret from us. You only told us that he is wealthy. You didn't mention a word about his possession of 4 types of spiritual roots and his comprehension of 3 Earth-level superior martial arts. Is it interesting for you to cheat us like this? Rec came over and asked where Samuel Jr. brother went. He has already returned to main peak inner sect to rest. The other several people also received the signal. They made a few noises, and then all disappeared in an instant. Several people all flew to the inner sect main peak, telling the sect leader to rest assured. They first went to see the so-called junior brother. At this moment, Samuel asked, Rec called Axel junior brother. Could it be that the sect leader wants to accept him as the sixth direct disciple? The sect leader asked Samuel to suppress today's events and not let the third elder know. Axel is the direct disciple of his daughter after all. Samuel told him that it's already too late. Now not only the third elder knows, but also the other 4 grand elders. The sect leader sighed softly. It seems that this matter really can't be kept secret anymore.